Hello, my name's Alec. I'm the rector of East Barnet, and I'm here at St Mary's Church, where we would love to welcome you to our services. On almost every Sunday, there's a service at 10 in the morning here at St Mary's. There have been services here for 1,000 years, and we're keeping that tradition going. But some things are new about how we're sharing and celebrating community here together on Sundays. So on the first Sunday of the month, there's always an all-age Messy Eucharist. This is a crafty, messy service which we've specially designed for children and families and friends for all ages. We sing hymns together and more modern worship songs. We share in a talk or a craft or an activity. Often this does get pretty messy and noisy too. And we celebrate Holy Communion using accessible language that everyone can understand. After each one of our all-age Messy Eucharists, there's always a children's story time in our children's chapel that's just been refreshed and renewed with more toys and more activities for everyone to enjoy. And that service lasts about an hour. On other Sundays in the month, we have a Eucharist that's a little bit more formal and a little bit more traditional in nature. Sometimes we call it a parish Eucharist, or on really special occasions, it's a festal or festive Eucharist. At that service, we sing some more sections of the service to some beautiful tunes by a diverse range of composers that you'll get to know really well if you come and worship with us. There's always a sermon, a talk that helps us reflect on readings from the Holy Scriptures and on our place of faith in the world today. And Holy Communion is celebrated, again, using really beautiful language, but in a more structured way than at our all-age Messy Eucharists. There will still be games and activities and colouring and other things for the children who come to our services available in our children's chapel. And we love to see children at all our services here at St Mary's. On the first Sunday of the month in the evening, we also have a service at 6 p.m. of choral evensong. That's evening prayer said and sung according to the very old traditional language of the Book of Common Prayer. And that service has been said here since the 17th century. There's more singing within that service, tunes and chants that you'll get to know well if you worship with us, and a very short sermon, because within that service we're saying a farewell to the day and setting our lives in order for the night. Therefore we don't need too many said words to do that. To create a really intimate atmosphere at that service, everybody gathers right at the heart of the church building in the chancel, this 17th century part of our heart of worship. And we sit on chairs facing each other so that there really is a sense that we're close to each other at the same time as being close to God. We've recently started a new Sunday afternoon service on the third Sunday of the month too, at 4 p.m. That also takes place within the chancel of our church building here at the front. And it's a Eucharist, a communion service that uses chanted and sung music from the ecumenical community of Thésée in France. We're calling that a contemplative Eucharist because it's as stripped down as we can make it, so there is time for silence and there is space for reflection in among our words and speaking. And often instead of a sermon or a talk, or a craft or messy activity, we'll share a poem or look at a work of art to help us meditate upon our faith and contemplate where we sit within our lives. As the day closes and as the week ends, it's a chance to take time with God in prayerful atmosphere with a close community. All our services are open to everyone, and St Mary's really wants to be an inclusive church. So we set out to be welcoming to everybody, inviting to everybody. Our church building, even though it is 1,000 years old in parts, is now fully accessible in terms of its flooring, its ramping. It's completely equipped with accessible WCs and baby change facilities. There's a hearing aid loop and a sound system just to support your hearing. We also have large print copies of orders of service available, and at our communion service, gluten-free wafers and other ways of helping those with celiac disease are available to make sure that you can participate fully. There's no seating plan here at St Mary's. There's no dress code here at St Mary's. We want to take our traditions from the Church of England and be absolutely hospitable within that same Anglican heritage of being a parish church for all people in our local area. So whoever you are and wherever you are on your journey of faith, you will be welcome to come and worship with us at St Mary's Church in East Barnet.